What's up, guys? It's Wally. Today we're going to be doing some battles with the Choice Specs Espeon. So today during viewer battles, our buddy Lottie ended up doing the rental team redemption and sent over this team. And as you guys can tell by the title of this team, he didn't think I was going to be able to win with it. But honestly, there's some pretty good techs on this team. I mean, honestly, having T-Tar and Iron Boulder out there together is actually pretty cool because T-Tar does obviously set the sand stream, which means that T-Tar and Iron Boulder, as long as neither of them end up terrestrializing, will end up getting that special defense boost because of the sand. However, the main one that we're looking at today is going to be that Choice Specs Espeon. And I'm really excited for this too because I know a lot of people like to go with the side spam, but when we see that, typically with something like Hatterene, Armarouge, or something like that, and you don't really see this evolution out there. But with a 130 special attack stat and some pretty good speed, I don't see why you wouldn't want to do it. Plus, you also have a really great ability in Magic Bounce, because that means any kind of like status move, like Taunt or something like that, will end up reflecting back onto them, and you're not going to take the effect from it. So even though really with Espeon, the only thing that it has as a status move would be Trick, it's nice because you can actually freely do that on a turn. That way you don't have to really worry about like a Prankster Taunt or anything like that. But again, if you have Indeedee out there, you're not going to get a Prankster Taunt anyways, and Espeon should have enough speed to be able to go with that Trick first. I mean, obviously, we do want Espeon to keep the choice specs because the expanding force, especially with Indeedee out there, to set that psychic terrain is going to go absolutely nuts. And then if we end up terrestrializing into Fairy, Dazzling Gleam will end up becoming a stab as well. And again, with those choice specs, you're going to be essentially improving your damage output by 50%. So that's extremely nice. And then you also do have Shadow Ball there as well in case you want to end up going with that. But again, it does have Trick, which is nice because if you see a physical attacker across the way, or you essentially need to kind of go back and forth between like Expanding Force, Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, and all that, you can always go with the Trick and trick the choice specs onto another Pokemon on the other side. That way, they're kind of locked into whatever move they choose next with the specs, and you're also going to be able to have some versatility to go between the moves too. I mean, yes, you're going to be limiting your damage output from that perspective, but still, sometimes you really need that versatility, and that's why Trick is really good on this thing too. And it also does have Talonflame and Ogerpon. Obviously, one good Tailwind setter and one that does have some pretty good priority if you are at full HP, and then Ogerpon too because you have more Follow Me as well, and you also have the Spiky Shield, which is good for, obviously physical attackers to do a little bit of damage if they end up hitting into that. But other than that too, that Ivy Cudgel is always really strong, and the Horn Leech is good too, especially against water types. But again, the main mon that we're looking at here is that Espeon, and I really hope that we can get some really good wins with it. So we'll get into some battles, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just having chat, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the battles. I think we're actually going to be okay here to end up going with Indeedee and Espeon to start. Again, I really like the fact that they do outspeed, and also, well, depending on what kind of Urshifu that is, I actually think that the Expanding Force is going to be extremely good. So that'll be good to have out there. Then in the back, I think we're going to go T-Tar. But then in addition to T-Tar, I think we're also going to go... Part of me is kind of leaning towards Ogerpon. Part of me is actually thinking Iron Boulder again. The main reason for that is just because of the booster speed and a lot of stuff like that. But at the same time, I do like the redirect from Ogerpon as well. And also the water would be good to a handful of them, and the grass. Yeah, I think we'll go for Ogerpon. We'll trust it on this one. Again, good redirect too. It'll be good to be able to not have to worry about water as well. But yeah, again, a lot of things to think about. It all depends on what they end up going with. And plus the fact that we don't know their terrors or anything too, or which Urshifu that son of a gun is. Yeah, it's a little rough. Okay, not ideal, but that's going to be okay. We're going to end up going for a Follow Me. Problem is, I need to Terastallize to redirect the spore, but at the same time, it's all right. We'll do that. We'll follow me, and let's go for the Dazzling Gleam. Part of me wanted to go for the Expanding Force still, only because of Amoonguss. However, if for some reason they end up Terastallizing Amoonguss or go for a Protect, that would be a completely wasted move. So, and they didn't. So that's a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. That's all right. We'll end up getting that. And then, unfortunately, we are going to end up getting Sport here, too. So, Wicked Blow, yeah, but we survive with flying colors. Get the Spore. So, what I would imagine is going to happen on the next one is going to be a Protect and another Spore, just so they don't get knocked out. That's alright. To be able to kind of combat that risk, what we're going to do, and try to go for the Dazzling Gleam just in case we wake up, I guess. Which we won't, but that's okay. And let's go into Ogerpon too. We're going to end up ignoring the Spore, and hopefully we can waste a turn here of theirs by making them go for the Protect and waste a Spore. That's the hope. Well, that's not what happened at all. That's actually a really smart call on their part then. Can't do that on the terrain though. Let's go. Now I see why they thought they could do that. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Alright. Not ideal, but we're going to be alright here. Let's go for the Dazzling. And if we can, let's go for the Cudgel over there too. And not ideal per se, but we're going to be alright, though. We're going to be alright. The fact that we stop all of the... Oh, and that's not going to stop ours, though. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, and we go first, too. Okay, the fact that they... Yeah, the fact that they ended up going the Rage Powder, it's going to be really good for us. It allows Indeedee to take one extra turn of sleep where it didn't take any damage. So that's going to be really good for us, too. Ooh, Dragonite, though. That's a little rough, in all honesty. Try to go for the Dazzling Gleam. Let's think about this. There's Psychic Terrain for 2 more. I'm going to need Indeedee, though. But I want it to wake up, though. Okay, sorry. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. And let's go for the Follow Me. And actually, one of the other things I could have done, too, was go for the Follow Me with them and brought in... That's not good for us. And brought in Espeon. Nice. So we'll get a super effective attack over there, which is going to be really good for us. The fact that they had Dragon Dance, though, I hope that that doesn't mean that they have... Okay, good. That's not good, though. Sorry, here's what we're going to end up doing, then. We're going to bring in Espeon... This is the last turn of terrain, yeah. So that's going to be good. We're going to bring in Espeon... And we're also going to go for the Follow Me as well. We're going to take whatever attack they're going to end up going against us, and we're going to end up being able to bring in Indeedee on the next one again. And that's going to be a real positive. Even better. Perfect. Yep. We lose Ogerpon, which... isn't great, don't get me wrong, but in all honesty, that allows us to reset the Psychic Terrain out here, and we should be able to KO both of them, I think. Don't quote me on that. But it's a nice thought, isn't it? Either way, though, I think Indeedee ends up going down here. And they do still have Terra, which is a little rough. But let's go with that, and let's go with the Follow Me too. If we can end up taking Dragonite out here, we're going to be in a good spot. If they don't Terrastalize with the Moongus, we're in an even better spot, because I think a Moongus goes bye-bye then. Because again, that psychic typing, I'm sorry, the psychic into the poison, and there it is. Oh, it's Dragonite! Oh, that's awesome, actually! I mean, not great, because they're going to end up resisting the Expanding Force then, and also going to be able to get the Iron Head too, but still good, because that's going to take out Amoonguss. Nice. Good stuff right there. We're going to get knocked out with the Iron Head, unfortunately. Yeah, we didn't really stand a chance, especially after a Dragon Dance, too. Alright, now we just... It is good to know that we're going to outspeed them at... what would that be? With them at +1 with their speed. We just have to hope we get a really, really big hit on this one. Okay, that's going to be a little rough, in all honesty. We'll get the Sandstream, though. We're going to be the only ones kind of not having a good time with it, in all honesty. But that's okay. That is going to be alright. So let's do that, and I think we're going to have to go with the Rock Slide, too. It's going to be our only shot. I think they're probably going to go first with Lando, because they probably have the Choice Scarf, but... Or not, excuse me. Let's go! We end up taking out Dragonite! That crit is huge right there! Without that crit, we had no shot of being able to take it out. So, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I shouldn't say no shot. It just... Hammer Arm. Oh, boy. Well, that's alright, though. We're going to be able to go Expanding Force again. We should be able to take them out, then. Well, dang. Let's go. We got the Expanding Force again. We'll be able to take out right here. And honestly, that's really what I wanted with this team. I really wanted to be able to get those knockouts with the Expanding Force. I don't really use Psy Spam or anything, so it's a perfect opportunity. Lottie, thank you again, man. This is actually a pretty good team. I know you put the title as Wally loses, but sorry, man. I just proved that wrong right here. But very happy we did. Very happy we were able to actually do that with Espeon, too. Good game. All right, now we see a couple things here that are really going to limit what we can really do with, like, an Expanding Force. However, I know Espeon does have Dazzling Gleam as well. And even though that wouldn't be a stab, I still think that would be really good. The other thing, too, is the fact that they do have... obviously, terrain changing, pardon me, which is going to be a little rough for us, but we'll figure this out, though. We'll figure this out. So here's what we're going to end up doing. I think we're going to start with Talonflame so we can get a... do we want to get a Tailwind? I think we do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end up starting with these two, and then we're going to bring Espeon and Indeedee in the back. Ogerpon wouldn't be horrible either, but yeah, I think we're probably going to be better off with this, in all honesty. A little priority with the flying move, which will be really nice. We'll Tailwind, and if I'm not mistaken, that is a speed booster? Iron Boulder? Again, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, we're about to find out right now. Booster... Hello, Booster Speed, let's go. Alright, so here's what we're going to end up doing. Let's go for that Tailwind. I think we're going to Terrastalize into fighting. It's going to be really rough with the potential flying and the potential... and the potential fairy out there, too. We'll deal with it, though. So let's go into fighting, and let's actually go for a Mighty Cleave. Yeah, I think we'll go for a Mighty Cleave over here. I only say that because going into fighting, if they end up... Yeah, we'll do that over there. That's fine. Okay, perfect. I don't know who they're bringing in, but whoever they're bringing in... Okay, well, that's going to be a problem. No, but really, honestly, we're gonna be fine here. Again, we have the booster speed. We're gonna have Tailwind going up right now as well, and yeah, we're gonna be good to go. As a matter of fact. Now, I wish I wouldn't have terastallized, but you know what can you do? But the Cleave here should be able to take out, and it sure does. That's perfect. It's a good way to start right here. And now question is, who do they bring out next? And the good thing, too, is we still actually have... Well, probably not anymore now. I was going to say we still have Sash, but... Yeah, so here's what we're going to end up doing. I'm actually going to go for the Brave Bird down there. And I'm going to go for the Protect with Boulder. Yeah, in all honesty, we probably should have just went for a Brave Bird down water. Okay. Should have just went for like a Brave Bird over into Fluttermane to be able to take it out, just in case they have Trick Room. But not much we can do about that now. So, cool. We'll get our Brave Bird next. Good damage. Still wouldn't have KO'd if they did Terra, but... Okay, cool. We are good to go then. Now, the good thing here is that the Cleave will end up going, obviously, through Protect, so that's going to be a big help. We're going to go for a Will-O-Wisp over there, though. And let's go for that Mighty Cleave over into Fluttermane. Good damage. We get the Cleave. Ends up taking out. Let's go. And the good thing, too, is now they're not going to be able to change terrain here. So we'll get the Will-O-Wisp. Yep. You're not much help anymore now. And then here's what we're going to be able to do. That's perfect. Question is, who's next? But here's what we're going to be able to do, though. Oh, that's right, them. Totally forgot about them for some bizarre reason. But here's what we're going to get a chance to do now. We can just go for a Will-O-Wisp over there. And I'm going to swap into Indeedee. Only because I really want to get Espeon out there. And again, having like a Dazzling Gleam now would actually be really good. Plus, we get a chance to change terrain. They're going to not be able to get a priority with the Grassy Glide now. So we're going to definitely get a... Ooh, I will say, though, they could go for a Sucker Punch, but again, that's not going to do anything because we ended up going for a... Let's go, though. Okay, well, actually, that doesn't matter anymore now, does it? Works for me. Never mind. Scrap what I was saying, because it doesn't matter. That's what I'm talking about right there. And again, because I do want Espeon to get out there, here's what we'll end up doing. Because they're both burnt. I'm really not worried about much right now. Ooh, a Tailwind would be nice, though, wouldn't it? Let's try to put the Tailwind back up. And I'll go for a Follow Me. Yeah, it was gonna be canceled anyways. I just wanted to try to elongate the game a little bit more, just so we could actually get Espeon out there. So we didn't really get a chance to use Espeon in that one, but still ended up coming out with the victory. And so even though Espeon, again, didn't see the field, Espeon was on the team, so it actually counts as a victory for it. It's a good game. All right, now let's see if we can actually get Espeon to see the field on this one. Now, the big positive here is the fact that they don't have anyone to change the terrain, so that's going to be really good for us. but do we start out with it? That's going to be the question. I'm going to say yes. Let's do it. So let's go Indeedee. Let's go Espeon to start. And then in the back, I'm going to end up bringing... Let's bring these... No, not both of them. Yeah, no. No, that would be a little rough. Here's the thing, is like, I could go Ogerpon. I just don't want to go Ogerpon. It's a bad matchup into a handful of them. But, like, do we really go with them? Honestly, yeah, we'll go Iron Boulder. In fact, maybe I should have brought Talonflame instead of Tyranitar. But I will say, the good thing about having Tyranitar and Iron Boulder out there together is the fact that we do end up getting that special defense increase with both of them while the Sandstorm is active. It doesn't look like they have a way to change the weather either, so I think we're going to be in a good spot. Alright, well, that is not a... okay. That's not great. But I think we're going to be okay here. I think we're still going to be okay. Alright, yeah, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, we are a Fairy Terra. That's pretty nice. What's Espeon's again? That's Fairy as well. Yeah, if I'm being honest with you, I think the smartest move here is to Terrastalize here. We go for the Follow Me, and we just go for the Dazzling Gleam. And we just hope that we can do enough damage that we bring them down to Sash and we can two-shot Fluttermane. That's going to be the hope. But again, this is going to be a good way to end up, obviously, avoiding a Wicked Blow. I mean, a close combat, not like they would end up using that, but... Oh, we do outspeed both of them. Let's go. That's perfect. Definitely didn't come anywhere close to Fluttermane, though. There we go. Wicked Blow. We survive. Beautiful. They're probably going to end up protecting on this one, though. So in all honesty, I hate to do it. I hate using Helping Hand, but let's go for it, because I'm sure what they're going to end up doing is protecting on Urshifu and going with another Dazzling Gleam. But, oh, they don't. Okay, well that's good for us then. Beautiful. You can't Sucker Punch on the terrain, thankfully for us. And now we'll end up knocking them out, and we're going to do a good amount of damage into Flutter. However, we may lose both, if not just Espeon on this one, though. Nice. Okay, good. Indeedee still hangs in there, which is good. That allows us a little more redirect, which is going to be nice. That also allows us to bring an Iron Boulder. Look, if we saw that we outsped with Espeon, we're definitely going to outspeed with Iron Boulder because we have the... Uh-oh. Yeah, because we have the booster speed. Alright, well... Alright, not ideal. But... we can figure this out, though. Here's what we're going to do, is we're going to go for a... let's go for a Dazzling Gleam. We should be able to outspeed them. And let's go for that Mighty Cleave over into Fluttermane. Or into whoever is going to go out there. Gyarados. Okay, that's good because that's going to be super effective due to the flying type with them. It's bad because we get intimidated, but regardless, still going to be good damage. Maybe half. About that. Ooh, Rocky Helmet, though. With the Tailwind, that's fine, actually. Because that means we're not taking any damage here. Not bad. Not bad. We'll take that. This is probably dumb. We're going to end up losing Indeedee, but this is going to be not smart, but I'm going to do it anyways. We're going to protect, and we're going to go with the Trick Room here. If they double into Boulder, that's good. If they end up not, then, yeah, not. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, so that Ice Beam takes us out. That's unfortunate. However, that is going to allow us to, it's going to allow us to bring out T-Tar, which is going to be nice because we will end up getting that, again, that special defense boost, which is going to be good against Latias. So we got them. Again, we have a quite a bit to worry about here, but we can do our best. We can do our best. Let's go for the Crunch. Let's go for the Cleave again. If they go, what is it, Mist Ball is the one that they have? If they go with that, we're a little screwed. I hope that's the name of it. If not, then I just sounded not smart. But, again, regardless, we're going to be okay here, I think. They do, obviously... Yeah, we're going to be fine, I think. We get the Cleave first. We still outspeed, thanks to the booster. Gyarados is gone. Rocky Helmet, that is unfortunate. And we'll end up getting the Crunch. We'll end up knocking them out, which is going to be good. Beautiful. And again, here's the other big positive right here, too, is the fact that because the Sandstorm is up, we do get that special defense boost with both of them because of the Rock and the, well, the Rock. So that's going to be good because not only are we going to more than likely survive a Dazzling Gleam, but I think we... Yeah, because they have Tailwind up, though. Yeah, I think we're both going to survive a Dazzling Gleam. So, and they did not use Terra. Okay, so that might be a little more difficult because they're going to Terrastalize into... yeah, it's going to be a little rough. They're going to end up Terrastalizing into Fairy, and we're going to have to deal with that Crunch. In all honesty, I think we're going to go with the Rocks. That is so inaccurate, though. Alright, I'm going to go with the Rock Slide, and let's go with the Protect on this one. Oh! Well, maybe they were in a Fairy Terra then. I don't know. Either way, though, we still end up coming out with a win there. I'm extremely happy about that. Either way, happy we won that one. Good game. So like I said after that first battle, despite the fact that the team name is Wally Loses, I'm happy that we're actually kind of able to prove that wrong over the course of those 3 games. Now again, I understand when we talk about expanding Force users, it's usually Hatterene or it's Armarouge or something like that. People don't usually go with Espeon, but if you slap the choice specs on it and kind of max out its special attack, that Expanding Force is going to go absolutely nuts, as you saw in those battles. And since you have Expanding Force and Shadow Ball on it as well, you have a little bit of versatility if you want to go with something else. And then if you really want to be able to use all 3 of your moves, you can always end up going with the Trick over onto one of the other Pokemon, preferably a physical attacker, just so... you know, you don't end up giving them the boost to their special attack, but you can always do that. Yes, you'll become a little bit weaker. However, you'll be able to kind of go between the Expanding Force, Dazzling Gleam, and Shadow Ball, and you actually have the potential of making a physical attacker be stuck with that one move with a special attack boost. And obviously, that's not really going to help them, so kind of helps you out a little bit more too. So again, not necessarily an Expanding Force user that you'd expect, but if you are a big fan of evolutions in this one specifically, Espeon is a really great one to end up going with too. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the battles. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. We'll see you guys next time.